The message came without warning. Every screen on Earth went dark for half a second. Phones, televisions, billboards, laptops, even the displays inside airplanes all froze at the same time. Then they turned back on together, showing the same image. It was a symbol made of sharp lines and glowing blue light. It rotated slowly like it was proud of itself. People stared. In homes, offices, cafes, and streets, humans paused and waited for something terrible to happen. Jack Miller was in a small control room outside Denver, watching satellite data scroll across 3 monitors. When the screens changed, he frowned and pushed his chair back. "That's not one of ours," he said quietly. The symbol faded, replaced by a tall figure on the screen. It looked almost human but not quite. Its skin was smooth and silver gray. Its eyes were too large. Its voice echoed as if it spoke from a very big room. "People of Earth," the voice said. "This world is now under observation by the United Galactic Accord." The figure stood perfectly still. Behind it was a wide window showing space filled with massive ships. Hundreds of them. Maybe thousands. Across the planet, people gasped. The voice continued. "You are not required to resist. You are not expected to survive independently. Surrender will ensure your continued existence." The figure paused, clearly waiting for panic. Nothing happened. In a living room in London, someone said, "Is this a movie trailer?" In New York, a teenager asked, "Is this real or a prank?" In Tokyo, a man laughed and said, "The graphics are good." Within seconds, the internet exploded back to life. Clips of the broadcast were shared everywhere. People added music. Someone added a laugh track. Someone else edited the alien's face onto a cartoon body. Memes appeared faster than news reports. Jack stared at his screens. The satellites were still there. The signals were real. The ships in orbit were real. But outside the control room, someone was laughing. Jack walked to the window and looked up. The sky was clear and blue, but his instruments told him what his eyes could not see. Something huge was up there. He checked the data again. The fleet was massive, yes, but strange. The ships were large, slow, and arranged in perfect lines. No movement. No changes. No defense patterns. "They're just sitting there," Jack muttered. Back on the broadcast, the alien spoke again. "You will cease all military activity. You will provide access to your leaders. You will." The message cut off. Not because of Earth's defenses. Because someone had edited it and uploaded a version with dramatic music and flashing text that read, "When you show up uninvited." Millions watched it within minutes. The alien message returned, clearly restarted. "This is not a performance," the voice said louder now. "This is an invasion." A woman in a cafe in Paris clapped slowly. "Very serious," she said. 10 out of 10 voice. In classrooms, teachers tried to calm students, but half the students were already posting jokes. Jack sat back down and opened a private channel to a colleague. "Are you seeing what I'm seeing?" he asked. "Yes," came the reply. "And I don't understand the ships." "Me neither," Jack said. "No shield modulation. No adaptive movement. It's like, they expect us to freeze." Across the galaxy, aboard the lead command ship, the reaction was not what the invaders had planned. The alien commander stood stiffly as reports came in. "They are laughing," an officer said, confused. "They are creating symbolic images. They are mocking the transmission." "That is impossible," the commander said. "Fear is universal." Another officer hesitated. "They appear entertained." The commander clenched its long fingers. "Increase the threat level." The broadcast returned once more. "Your species is insignificant," the voice declared. "Your technology is primitive. Your resistance is meaningless." Someone added subtitles online. "Says the guy parked like a bad driver." Jack zoomed in on the fleet formation. The ships were close together. Too close. "They're crowded," he said. "Why would an advanced force do that?" He ran simulations quickly. His eyes widened. "They don't expect countermeasures," he whispered. "Not even basic ones." On social media, a poll appeared. "Alien invasion, your reaction?" Options included panic, sleep, make coffee, ask for Wi-Fi password. Make coffee was winning. Governments tried to issue serious statements, but they were drowned out by humor. Late-night hosts went live early. Someone sold, "I survived the galactic invasion" shirts within an hour. The alien broadcast stuttered, then stopped entirely. Jack leaned back and let out a short laugh before he could stop himself. "They thought we'd scream," he said. "They thought we'd beg." He looked at the data again, calm now. "They don't know us at all." Above Earth, The ancient fleet waited in perfect formation, silent and confident. Below, humanity laughed, shared jokes, asked questions and kept moving. And for the first time in a very long time, the most serious threat in the galaxy had no idea what it had just walked into. The alien message returned again, stronger and sharper than before. "We have waited," the voice said. "Your failure to surrender will result in consequences." This time the image showed a wider view of the fleet. Long ships floated in neat lines, their surfaces shining like polished metal. The voice paused, clearly expecting fear to finally arrive. Instead, questions arrived. On social media, someone posted, "Serious question, how much fuel does a ship that big use?" Another asked, "Do aliens have customer support?" A third wrote, "If you're staying in orbit, can you share your Wi-Fi?" The questions spread faster than any warning. Emily Carter was sitting in a quiet university office when the broadcast interrupted her online lecture. She was a linguistics expert, someone who studied how meaning changed between cultures. When the alien spoke, she leaned closer to the screen, not afraid but curious. "This language is very formal," she murmured. "Very stiff." The alien finished its threat and waited again. Still no screaming. No global panic. Emily opened her email. It was already full. One message read, "Can you ask them if their ships need air traffic control?" Another said, "Please find out if they accept feedback." Emily rubbed her forehead and smiled despite herself. On the broadcast, a human government representative finally appeared. He cleared his throat and spoke carefully. "We acknowledge your message," he said. "We have some questions." The alien commander straightened. "Questions are irrelevant," the alien said. "You are being claimed." "Yes," the man replied, nodding. "Understood. But first, how long can your ship stay in orbit without refueling?" There was a pause. On the alien ship, officers exchanged confused looks. "That information is classified," the commander said slowly. "Oh," the human replied. "Okay. Just wondering." Emily's phone buzzed. Someone had tagged her in a live comment feed. "They sound offended," she typed. "That means they didn't plan for conversation." Back on Earth, the questions became more detailed. "Do your ships run on renewable energy? How many crew members per ship? What's the maintenance schedule?" One person even asked, "If something breaks, do you fix it yourself or outsource?" The alien broadcast flickered. "You are wasting time," the voice said. "Compliance is mandatory." "But is it efficient?" a different human voice asked over the open channel. "Your formation looks tight. Doesn't that increase collision risk?" Emily leaned forward now, fully focused. "They don't understand casual speech," she whispered. "They only know command and response." The alien commander's tone changed. "Your behavior is illogical." A woman's voice replied, cheerful and calm. "So is invading a planet without checking the locals first." Silence followed. Emily watched the alien's body language. The way it tilted its head. The way its hands tightened. "They're confused," she said out loud. "We're not matching their script." Someone uploaded a side-by-side video. On one side, the alien making threats. On the other, humans calmly asking if the ships were insured. Millions laughed, but beneath the humor, something else was happening. Engineers analyzed the fleet layout. Economists estimated the cost of running such ships. Network experts tried to detect alien signal patterns. All of it came from questions. The alien commander finally spoke again. "Your species displays inappropriate emotional response," it said. Emily typed quickly and sent a message to a media outlet. "Humor is not inappropriate," she explained. "It's how humans think under pressure." The broadcast picked up a new human speaker. "Quick question," he said. "If we surrender, do we still pay taxes?" The alien froze. "That concept is irrelevant," it said. "Oh," the man replied. "That's a deal breaker for some people." Emily laughed softly. The alien fleet remained still, but inside, systems were overheating, not from weapons but from confusion. They had prepared for war. They had prepared for fear. They had not prepared for questions. Emily leaned back in her chair and looked at the screen with new confidence. "They thought silence meant weakness," she said. "They never imagined conversation." Above Earth, the fleet hovered, powerful but uncertain. Below, humanity kept asking the wrong questions. And somehow, those questions were doing more damage than any weapon ever could. The alien fleet had stopped sending threats. That worried them more than laughter. Inside the largest command ship, the alien leaders gathered in a bright room filled with floating screens. Every screen showed the same thing: humans laughing, joking, and turning the invasion into entertainment. This behavior continues, one officer said. They are not afraid. That is impossible, the commander replied. Fear is the natural response to extinction. Another screen showed a human video. A man pretended to welcome the aliens like guests, offering snacks and asking if they preferred tea or coffee. The comments below the video were filled with laughing symbols. The commander's voice lowered. Why do they mock us? On Earth, Michael Grant watched the same broadcast from a small studio. He was a science communicator, someone who explained hard ideas in simple ways. His phone had not stopped buzzing since the invasion began. Michael, a producer said, people want answers. Why aren't we panicking? Michael smiled slightly. Because panic doesn't help, he said. Humor does. He stepped in front of a camera as the live signal went out across the world. What you're seeing, Michael said calmly, is not disrespect. It's human behavior under stress. On the alien ship, translators struggled to keep up. The words came through clearly but the meaning felt wrong. He claims laughter is logical, an officer said. Michael continued. When humans laugh, our minds stay flexible. We share ideas faster. We notice details. We survive. The alien commander watched closely now. Michael showed images on the screen behind him. Old photos. Soldiers laughing together. Doctors joking during long nights. Engineers smiling while solving disasters. Humor keeps fear from freezing us, Michael said. It keeps us thinking. On the alien ship, silence filled the room. This contradicts our models, an officer whispered. Michael's voice stayed steady. You expected screams. You expected surrender. Instead you got jokes. He paused. That should tell you something. The alien commander leaned closer to the screen. They are not ignoring us, it said. They are processing us. Another screen showed humans already analyzing alien technology, guessing how it worked, making cartoons about it. They are learning while laughing, the officer said. Michael finished his message with simple truth. Fear-based control works only once. After that, it breaks. The signal ended. On the alien ship, the commander did not speak for a long time. Our strategy assumes fear, it finally said. What if fear is not their weakness? The room felt colder. Back on Earth, Michael stepped away from the camera. His hands were calm. His heart was steady. They'll understand, he said quietly. Or they'll make mistakes. Above the planet, the alien fleet remained still, powerful and silent. But inside their minds, something new had begun. Doubt. They had come to rule through fear. They were now facing a species that laughed, thought, and adapted. And for the first time, the invaders wondered if fear had made them weak. The alien fleet still floated above Earth, silent and unmoving. From space it looked strong. From inside it was confused. Claire Thompson sat in a bright operations room filled with people from different countries. Some wore military uniforms. Others wore simple clothes. Engineers, programmers, scientists, translators, all worked side by side. No one shouted. No one panicked. They talked. Claire watched streams of data move across a shared screen. She was a systems analyst. Her job was to see how complex things work together. And right now she saw something very clear. They're not adapting, she said calmly. A man beside her looked up. The alien ships? Yes, Claire replied. Their systems are powerful but rigid. Everything follows fixed rules. She pointed at the screen. They expect one response. We keep giving them many. Around the world, people were doing the same thing. Universities opened their data. Private companies shared tools. Amateur experts joined discussions online. Ideas moved freely, jumping borders without permission. The alien fleet sent a new message. We observe increased coordination, the voice said. Explain this behavior. Claire smiled slightly. A human representative answered. We're talking. That is not a military tactic, the alien said. No, the human replied. It's a human one. Claire watched the alien ships carefully. Small changes appeared in their signals. Minor errors. Delays. They're trying to respond to everything at once, she said. They can't. On the alien command ship, officers argued quietly. The humans are not attacking, one said. Yet our systems show pressure. They are overloading our predictions, another replied. We cannot isolate a single threat. Every joke, every question, every shared idea created noise. Not chaos, creativity. Claire leaned forward. They think power comes from force, she said. But power can come from flexibility. A new broadcast showed humans working openly. Engineers explained theories. Scientists debated calmly. No secrets. No fear. The alien commander watched closely. They are exposing their methods, it said. Why? An officer hesitated. Perhaps they trust each other. That idea felt dangerous. Claire typed quickly and sent a model to the shared network. Others improved it within minutes. Someone across the world fixed an error. Another added a new angle. The solution grew stronger not because one person was in charge but because everyone helped. They don't have a single leader, an alien officer said, disturbed. How do we negotiate surrender? You don't, another replied. There is no center to break. Claire looked up at the large screen showing Earth from space. We don't need to fight, she said quietly. We just need to be ourselves. The alien fleet tried to adjust formation. The movement was slow and imperfect. Human analysts noticed immediately and shared the observation. They're learning, someone said. Yes, Claire replied. But they're learning too late. The alien commander stood in silence. We misjudged them, it said at last. They are not disorganized. They are connected. On Earth, people kept working, laughing, sharing. No weapons fired. No orders screamed. Just cooperation. Above them, the most powerful fleet in the galaxy finally understood something simple and terrible. Humanity's real superpower was not force. It was confidence in each other. The alien ships began to move. At first, no one on Earth noticed. The change was slow, careful, almost shy. Lines that had been perfect for days started to break. Ships turned away from the planet, one by one. Anna Brooks saw it on her screen and leaned forward. Are they leaving? She whispered. Anna was a journalist. She had covered wars, disasters, and long political fights. But she had never seen anything like this. No explosions. No victory speech. Just a quiet shift in the sky. She checked 3 different sources. All confirmed the same thing. The alien fleet was pulling back. Anna went live immediately. Something historic is happening, she said, her voice calm but full of wonder. The invasion appears to be ending. Above Earth, the alien commander stood in silence as reports arrived. Withdrawal is complete, an officer said. No resistance encountered. The commander's shoulders lowered slightly. Record this outcome, it said. Not as failure, but as error. On Earth, people slowly realized what was happening. A cheer rose in one city. Then another. Then laughter again, softer this time, filled with relief. Someone clapped. Someone else started applauding. Anna watched crowds gather in parks and streets. Not to celebrate a victory but to share the moment. No shots were fired, she said into the camera. No weapons used. Humanity responded with thought, humor, and cooperation. The alien broadcast returned one last time. We withdraw, the voice said. Your species does not respond as predicted. That was all. The signal ended. Anna lowered her microphone and smiled. Across the galaxy, the story spread quickly. A species that laughed during invasion. A species that asked questions instead of begging. A species that worked together without command. Other civilizations listened and took notes. On Earth, life slowly returned to normal. People went back to work. Kids went back to school. Memes faded, but the lesson stayed. Anna wrote her final report that night. Humanity was not dangerous, she typed. Humanity was unstoppable. She paused and added one more line. Not because we fight, but because we think together. Far away, the alien fleet vanished into deep space, carrying something heavier than defeat, embarrassment, and respect.